This might come across as a surprise to you, but I absolutely adore the Monogatari series. I find it a unique mix of gripping mystery, artistic visuals, and clever writing. And with regard to that last point, I find the way it treats its characters the most compelling. Even though they're subversions of the usual tropes, Senjo is a tsundere that isn't a tsundere, Hanekawa is a irresponsible class president, Nadeko being a age gap romance gone wrong, it never seems forced or pretentious, nor would you be maligned for choosing any character in Monogatari as your favorite. In addition to being well written, I find the way that they're treated well written as well. Unlike many stories that go about a character arc based format, characters in Monogatari clearly change over the course of their arcs, and well, the entire series itself. For example, after Senjo's issues are resolved, she quietly melts into the background, only appearing when it makes sense for her to do so. She keeps her biting wit, but has notably softened, and we're exposed to the many lengths she'll go to for the sake of her loved ones. Not only is this character development clear and preserved within the narrative, it gets reflected even within the openings themselves. Shaft has always poured their soul into their OPs and EDs, and I find the way Monogatari ones work particularly unique. Instead of an all-encompassing general collage of a show's themes that a typical opening is, Shaft creates them arc by arc, bespoke for the character under the microscope. What this means when considered along with the meaningful character development is that the Monogatari OPs actually have a narrative through line themselves, which I find just remarkable. And who better to demonstrate this than Best Girl Hachikuji? Another product of Nisio Oisin's subversive writing style, Hachikuji is a lost elementary schooler who is literally wise beyond her years. When Araragi first meets her, she plays the part of a bratty child, a routine she'd been forced into for who knows how long. Her version of kindness to prevent those who are lost from being even more lost. We're in Araragi's POV for almost all of this arc, so the OP Kairimichi reflects this. It's the first thing we ever see of Hachikuji other than a passing glance, so coming into this arc, the viewer only has what's displayed in the opening to go off of. And what the OP shows is, well, a bratty kid. Hachikuji is drawn noticeably younger and is depicted doing a variety of elementary school antics, poorly. She misses her school bus stop, wrecks the gymnasium, and then does some summer activities like going to the beach in her school swimsuit and visiting a festival. Basically, everything is set up to keep us just as in the dark as Araragi, if not to be outright misleading. So when the reveal comes in episode 5, we're just as flabbergasted as Araragi when Senjo Gahara explains ashamedly that she in fact cannot see Hachikuji. The opening kind of takes on a sweet sadness after learning this fact. Every character that Hachikuji interacts with is a version of herself, most likely symbolizing the immense loneliness she carried with her for all of these years. Like I said earlier, how many times did she have to push people away over these 10 years of being lost? After both the viewer and Araragi learn of her true nature, we're once again surprised to see that even though her arc is ended, she's not leaving. Instead, she takes on a counselor and guardian angel type of role, becoming a guiding light for Araragi through his many problems. In the first OP, Kairimichi, it's all about getting home. The lyrics go, "My stomach is growling, so let's return straight home." In contrast, in her second opening, Happy Bite, the sentiment is quite different. The feelings I first found are growing even after today. I don't want to go home yet. Instead of being aimless, Hachikuji is walking with purpose. The boxes that kept her in a perpetual MC Escher painting crumble around her, and instead of wanting to find the way home, she chooses to be lost for a certain lovable idiot. One of my favorite lines from the song sums this up perfectly. Or, lost but not at a loss. Now, anyone who has seen the series to completion knows that this is a dangerous mindset, and what inevitably leads to her conflict. I think Happy Bite stands for a stage where Hachikuji is trying hard to be the voice of reason and put together counterpart for Araragi, and the fact that one of the most mature and wise characters in the series is an elementary schooler was not lost on Nisio Oisin, I'm sure. However, even with adult charm, ultimately she is being childish and not wanting to go home, or I guess you could equate it to not wanting summer break to end. Owari Monogatari's second season OP, Terminal, shows the culmination of Hachikuji's journey and shift in mentality. Instead of purposely being lost in order to delay the inevitable, she says, "I wish this place that you call home could be the place I return to, and as long as it's here, as long as it's you, no matter how many times I will come home and say, I'm home, I'm hungry." I just love this OP since it's the perfect capstone to Hachikuji's journey. It reflects the dichotomy that she represents, the balance of childishness and maturity. Its general feeling and bouncy nature make me smile every time, along with the fact that, at the conclusion of the season where this OP is used, Hachikuji's troubles are over. She's finally found a place to call home. Thanks for watching. This video was originally meant to be an homage to Mother's Basement's What's in an OP series, but due to time constraints I ended up writing it in my own style. Nonetheless, if you want more OP analysis, Jeff has plenty of that for you. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and you can also support me over on Patreon. Big thank you to TaLaLaLaBG, Anime Sutaku, EasyBaitGamer236, and Vom in particular. And of course, if anything I said is wrong, I'm sorry. I must have stuttered.